Um, so I'm here today once again, just to talk about my daily life and how I'm feeling today. Um, so today, like the only crazy or I would say impactful thing that happened today was a slight realization, but also something that I could turn into like an optimization of my life, and that was that um by the by the standards of the average person, um, not by myself, obviously, but by the standards of the average person, um, I would say that I'm not like that attractive, and that's cool to me because like me personally, I feel like I'm very attractive, and but y'all might ask. Let me first put this down. Well, the reason I'm talking about this is because attraction and attraction is a huge thing when thinking about life in general. To be honest, when you're attracted to something, you're more willing to go get it or have it or accept it. When you're not attracted to something, like let's say a food or a sport or something, you're less likely to do it. You're less likely to interact with that. Like me, I'm not attracted to eggs. Not hate eggs is a strong word, but like I dislike them very much, and so I stay my distance from eggs and don't partake in any egg foolery. Okay, but so yeah, you when you dislike something, and that plays a role in like the earth as a whole, right? And it's such a huge thing. A lot of people are attracted to a certain type of people, and that has led to like many devastating impacts on populations. Uh, Thinking of one right now is Hitler. Like Hitler was very he disliked Jews very much, and you know you see what happened there. Um, so it can lead to huge and very substantial impact on populations as a whole. And so, speaking of attraction in my life today, throughout the course of like my life so far, I'm 17 by the way. Throughout the course of my life, attraction has played like a huge role, not only in my relationships with people, but my relationship with myself, and that in itself has been interesting just to see like the way the roles it plays. And I've always considered myself maybe like not like a 5, but like I would say like a good definitely like a good like 6, 6, 7, like a 6, 7, like a 6, 7. So a few instances happen, which I'm sure this occurs to y'all as well, when it's a time in your life where situations happen that kind of prove the narrative that you initially had about yourself. They get proven wrong, or they seem wrong based on your perception of your life right now, what's happening in the present moment, And I will say one thing about the present moment, about like trying to stay in the present moment as much as possible. is that the present moment can be like very cruel in a sense, you know? It's very emotional. It's very um, impactful. It holds a lot of weight in your interior system, in your body. Once you let go of all the past and future uh, stringents of beliefs, I would say. This in itself is great, definitely, but it's definitely painful. That's why we must come to understand pain and be able to interact with it in a more compelling way, in a more evolvable way, where pain is normal to experience, and it's something maybe not that you seek out, but you don't distance yourself from as well. This in itself is great, but getting back to what has happened in my daily life, I would say that different instances where I found out that maybe I'm not as attractive as I thought I was initially, and I'm sure everybody in their mind, unless proven wrong, uh, while growing up in childhood, has their own perception of themselves that they formed, and either positive or negative, different situations definitely play a part in the way that perceptions get construed along the way, and it's had very astounding effects on myself because I've come to have to stimulate myself with others on the perception they have of me or I have of them. That in itself is a accomplishment. Not being too self-centered and able to freely evolve my thought process to the point where I can be comfortable in the unknown or be comfortable in the negative or less negative but less in tune or less glorified view of myself. And that's like very interesting. Just seeing the way I interact with it. Although it is very painful, not only within my heart, but also outside in my external forces. I definitely pay more attention to my features now, especially in high school, where attractiveness plays a role in friendships. It plays a role in relationships. It plays a role in your opportunities in clubs, in organizations, in sports, in class. It plays a role in really everything. So different shots taken at your ego of perception that you have of yourself is definitely very painful. Yeah, it's very knowledgeable, and it needs to happen now so that you can more so adapt in future situations, even now, like with this video, I put like a small filter on my face because I was kind of self-conscious that my camera doesn't really pick up like how good I think I look, when really it doesn't matter. how the camera like picks it up. Because although energies, sometimes opposite energies or like energies attract, when speaking of personalities, there is also the external world. And like myself, I know many others, no matter how good or in tune a certain energy can be, as long as the attraction isn't there externally for the two people, the connection will never be, it will never be shaped or formed, in my opinion. It will never be genuine, in my opinion. Because I know personally, which others feel the same, most others feel the same, is that even if energies are perfect, the personality is very good, if you don't feel an external attraction towards someone, then it can be very difficult to love them truly, I feel like. Or that's just my opinion on it, because I feel like I would definitely have to be attracted to someone physically and emotionally to be able to truly love them the way I feel love should be given or received. And I've run into a lot of people where emotionally I feel like we are on the same page. Spiritually, we're on the same page, but externally, I'm not attracted. But there has also been some people where externally I'm attracted to them, but internally our energies don't line up, or internally we don't feel the same way. Internally we don't feel the same way, or the attraction isn't there for the both of us. More so to say, and that's been like, because it's kind of tough to find internally and externally a match for anyone. It's hard to find a match internally and externally where you feel like I can truly love this person and they truly can love me, because they also feel that internal and external attraction. And that's interesting, not gonna lie. Like, and there's been times where like a lot of people, they be like, bro, is you gay or something? Like a girl would be like, yo, I thought you gay, you gotta be gay or something. When really, because I definitely analyze, not as much as I used to, but I definitely analyze and observe behaviors of everybody around, and as well as myself. And I kind of check off all possibilities of relationship status, obviously with the female, because I'm a straight guy. But I heard from like a lot of girls that they do the same. Like, you kind of check out possibilities of relationship status in the future with said person, or maybe they do it subconsciously. But I know for myself, firstly, attraction. If attraction is there, then you go to personality. If personality is there, then you go to their attitude towards you, their attraction towards you, how they interact with your personality. And if any of those things are off-putting, maybe just initially, it will not work. Sometimes maybe it's built along the way through friendships and that like that and stuff like that. But I don't think that's happened recently in my life, and that's an interesting kind of perception on it, I guess you could say. It's definitely something of interest, to say the least, something of interest. Needless to say, this day has been very informative. Really, it all started when I posted. I think I post every now and then. I post like a picture of myself or whatnot on TikTok or Instagram. Usually I don't get like negative feedback or anything like that. But one of my friends, she was like, yo, your profile. I was like, what? She was like, it's strange. I was like, yo, what is it? And she kind of skipped around the question. And so next day I seen her, she was like, yo, and I brought it up, and she was like, well, your lips were like real big. Your lips look real big on there. And I was like, I like having big. If my lips look big, isn't that like a good thing? Or I think it was like a good thing. But either way, I feel like she didn't say everything she wanted to say about it. But me, if you ask me like truly how I feel about a situation, I would give my true opinion of it. And that's why I feel like with a lot of things, people need to be more truthful within them. Oh, you did? Oh, thank you. Oh, he had sprayed my basketball goal so I can crank it up. It was messed up or something. But I feel like, where was I? I lost my train of thought. I'm gonna try to. I lost my train of thought, so just talk about something else, I guess. So yeah. So I had posted that picture, and she was like, "It's strange." I think she didn't say like how she really felt, but like I feel like if we all, because that's been like my main like problem in relationships, is that, and it's just like I wish we all just were a little more truthful with our significant others in or relationship in or friendships, because that would save a lot of time. Although it definitely would be more brutal, it would save like a lot of time. A lot of time. It would be less wanting, more connecting. It would be more relief, but also definitely more sadness. But it would definitely be like a lot more relief. And freeness in the world. You'll be free to like do what you want. People being truthful, but you also being truthful with yourself. If you're being truthful to others, you're probably being truthful with yourself as well. You know. So just a little more trueness in the world, because in my relationships right now, I don't really have strong bonds with anybody besides like 3 people, which is my brother, CJ, this guy from school, and my sister Shay. And those really are the only like close bonds I have in my whole life. Even though I have multiple siblings and family members, those are really the closest ones I can really speak my mind mostly with. And I'm fine with that, you know. But being more truthful towards each other with it's very hard in other relationships. That's why I'm not really close with other people, because being truthful to them is sometimes hard for me also, because I worry about hurting feelings, or I don't fully understand the situation, so I don't want to be truthful, and it's actually not the truth, because I can't explain what I'm feeling, or I don't want to be truthful when really the truth is that it's in the moment, and it's not really the truth of how I really feel. It's just really like what I think I feel in that moment, and not really thinking about the future and when I'm out of a certain mental state. That's why I like try to be like honest with everybody. Like when somebody tells me, "Yo, you're being annoying" or something, I'll be like, "Okay," and I understand. Make sure like you're not joking. You're being like completely serious. I'm being annoying. And it'd be like, I keep it a buck. And I've also had like a situation in the past where somebody has told me, "Yo, you're being racist. You made a very racist joke. You have to be racist." I was like, "Yo, that's not true. I didn't know I offended you. If you told me that I offended you, I wouldn't have made the joke. I wouldn't have talked about it." And while she was telling me this, her other friend also said I was being racist towards a certain minority in the U.S. And I felt surprised by that because I didn't know I was offending anybody. I thought we all were conjoined on the idea that it was a joke. So, but if they were a little more truthful, um, then maybe that could have been resolved. But at the same time, I guess I was never, when I was with them, I was never really truthful with myself. You know, I wasn't truthful with myself. So how could I expect them to be truthful with me? I wasn't being myself. I wasn't truly Josh. I wasn't acting like I normally act. I was being goofy. I was being free. I was being like the child that I always wanted to be. And that led to sadness and anguish and contempt for uh, a bunch of situations. And it also led to sadness for situations that were like that were that was like where I felt in the moment that we connected when truly it wasn't a connection. It was just a one-sided relationship where I thought we felt the same connection, but it wasn't there. And that's why I really don't form a lot of bonds or have many relationships in my life, besides the fact that I have like strict parents. It's also the fact that a lot of the times I feel like a one-sided attraction towards people, and they don't feel the same way towards me, which is completely fine. It's just it's hard to find those people that feel the same way about me that I feel about them. And I feel that's why I kind of feel for the people that feel attraction towards me, but I don't feel it back towards them. And I don't ever want nobody to try to like settle for me. I don't want to settle for anybody else, so I don't want anybody to settle for me. And so that's been like kind of a discussion that I've been having with myself. I'm probably gonna put like a clickbait title, clickbait title, where I just I'm gonna be like, yo, am I ugly or something? When truly I don't think I'm ugly. I think I'm like, as of right now, not gonna lie, I think I'm like mid. I don't really have like fire hair or anything. My hair is like short, and my skin is fine. Like I'm like a decent weight. Like I'm kind of strong or whatever. I think I'm like 6'1", 6'2", so my height's good, but it's just like my face isn't. I guess it's not many people's cup of tea, and that's fine with me. It's definitely, it gives you like emotional pain, because as a guy, you really don't have like a lot of emotional people to like lean on, especially me, since I didn't really grow with my mom. I never really had anybody to be like real emotional with me and talk about like how girls and stuff are, or anybody just playing. I had my grandma, but like she's like older and she wasn't really, so I'm kind of learning along the way. But I mean, that's life. So that's been like the little discussion for the day. So yeah, Josh of the future. I wonder if you found the answer. Are you ugly? Are you handsome? Does your self-worth and your perception of yourself triumph over others' opinions of you? Do you feel comfort level within yourself of whether or not some people like you and others don't, that you're fine with that? Are you comfortable with being uncomfortable? Are you okay with the idea that maybe a lot of people won't like you, but a lot of people will also? Are you okay with people just wanting to be friends with you and maybe not in a relationship when you feel those certain romantic feelings towards them? Are you okay with letting people go? Are you okay with letting go of yourself for growth? Are you okay with being more truthful in your relationships, even though people might get hurt? You might get hurt. Are you okay with that? And I'll leave on this. You'll have to be, because that's the only step further. The step, the next step in your life is going to be hard, and so it doesn't matter if you can do it. You have to do it. You don't have a choice. The only path forward, the only path you have to take is forward. You can go back, but you have to still, in a positive graph chart, be moving upwards, even if sometimes you move backwards. You have to consistently move forward with maybe minor back steps, but you still have to progressively go forward. And so with that, this has been journal entry 13, and yeah, I'm out. It's been Josh. It's a spider on this chair. I'm kind of scared of it, but at the same time, I'm kind of not, you know.